Hello and welcome back to Taco Bout It Tuesday, where we talk about it on Tuesday. I want to say a very big welcome to AC, who's early in the chat, putting a lot of energy into it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the heck out of it. Well, welcome back, everyone. Like we always do, start off with some promos that we have running presently. We have a lucky 50 promo that can save you $50 off of orders of $250 or more. We have a 20% promo off of anything Nike. We have a $75 off prescription eyeglasses promo. We have plenty of promos to go around, but if you've been following, you know that there is a potentially better promo code coming up at the end of this, so stick around. Some SportRx family updates. We want to welcome Brittany's nephew. Yeah, that's a new nephew. It's a little word combination there. His name is Mason, and that's amazing. Welcome to the world, Mason. Very, very exciting. Also, Shane Finn. If you do not recall, Shane Finn, the super runner man who spends his whole life running. I don't know how he's run so much, and just all around amazing guy. His cousin, Mary, it is her birthday. So happy birthday, Mary. And if you follow him at all, you know that she's the reason that he does everything that he does. Selfless dude, awesome guy. Happy birthday, Mary. All right, so today we are going to be speaking with Courtney Loren. She's coming from Canada, and she is a mountain biker, and she is going to be very fun to talk to, I anticipate. Let's get her on. Courtney, where you at?
Hey, everyone.
Hello, Courtney. Thank you so much. Oh, man, it couldn't be better. It's a beautiful day, especially here in sunny California. How's the weather up there?
So I'm located in Kelowna, British Columbia, and finally spring is on its way. So we're hoping to a couple more weeks get out on the trails and ride our bikes. It's been a long winter.
Yes. I don't think you're the only one who has been saying that. I mean, we can't really complain, obviously, in Southern California, but very cool. And it's always exciting to see those seasons open up and allow you to get back out there for sure. So your primary thing, you're a mountain biker, and you are pretty good at it.
Well, I'm getting better, I guess. I've been mountain biking probably for about 4 years, and moved out to the mountains about 3 years ago. So officially started mountain biking about 3 years ago. And yeah, it's been a huge part of my life, and my partner and my daughter as well. So we like to spend our time getting out on our bikes, traveling in BC.
You're certainly in a good area for mountain biking, it looks like. But like you mentioned, your whole family is full of riders. In particular, your daughter, her name is Allie, correct?
Yeah.
She absolutely kills it on a bike. She not just mountain biking, though. It looks like she does BMXing. She skis for certain. The level to which she is riding on all these platforms is very impressive, and definitely means that she is not brand new to this. You got her into this, I'm certain, when she was very young. Am I wrong in that?
Yeah, she started riding when she was about 3 years old. I started her off on a 2-wheel bike with handbrakes. And yeah, she just took off, and she started riding at the bike park when she was 5 years old. So
that's incredible. So you're telling me that you started her off on 2 wheels. You didn't even you just skipped the training wheels completely.
Yeah. We started her off on, and I mean, it was a little scary, but lots of running after her. And today she's just flying down the mountain, and it scares me.
Absolutely. That was going to be my follow-up question. Lots of people, anybody who's watched this already knows, because I bring them up all the time, but I have kids. I have 3 kids. They're all older. Well, not all of them. I have a little baby. But I mean, them on anything makes me super nervous, even at this age. And you're saying when she was 3, you got her started in this. I mean, look at that. Is insane. Just imagining any of my kids doing, I would love it. It would be amazing if they did. I think I was doing that when I was that age, but I probably not. I was probably much older even. But that wasn't, the nerves didn't prevent you, obviously, from getting her into it. Was she hesitant?
I mean, at that young of an age, they don't really know the
They're not
difference.
thinking.
So she started becoming a little bit hesitant last year, when she started riding like the blue technical trails. Because I mean,
Yeah.
she's on a tiny little 20-inch bike going down these
Yeah.
really rocky trails, and she's had some falls.
Right.
But she gets back up and picks herself up and continues on. So I do make her wear a lot of protection when she's biking.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And any good parent would. So that's amazing. And I was not at all surprised to hear that she is actually an ambassador already for a brand. Is it Spawn Cycles?
Yes, that's correct.
She works with. Not surprising at all. And that she just hopefully keeps it up, because from what I've learned is that when you're a kid, your brain starts to form around the things that you prioritize. And so she has such a big leap ahead of everyone else, and so that's super cool and exciting to watch. And so anybody who isn't already, follow Courtney on her Instagram, and you can see little Allie's progression. While we're speaking of being an ambassador, you are no stranger to that yourself. You guys, you and your partner are also ambassadors for, who is it?
For a company, they're out of the UK, called Pipe Dream Cycles.
Yes. How has that been? What's that experience like?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, we get to share the love of our biking and, you know, get out there and take pictures and like the Moxie crew.
Nice.
You know, they're amazing people and you get to meet different people around the world. So it's been a lot of fun. And the bikes are amazing. We've actually been involved in bringing those bikes over into Canada. There's a company called Smith Creek Cycles who's become a distributor of the bikes located in Kelowna. So it's been pretty amazing to see the opportunity grow, and we're excited to continue to share our experiences with these bikes.
Yeah, it certainly helps to have a good bike if you are an ambassador for them, but I would imagine you're not going to be an ambassador for a company that makes bad equipment. And so, yeah, that's really cool. Do you have anything else? I know that our current climate has made it tough for everyone, but do you have anything coming up that's exciting that you're looking forward to?
No, we just have we're hoping to get out to travel a little bit more in BC. One of the places that we love to ride is in Squamish.
I've heard.
So yeah, we've got about a week planned there, and just, you know, head to different locations in BC and check out the trails. Allie, our little girl, she's only 7, so she can't ride all of the trails that we ride, but my partner Brogan, he's been towing her up the mountain with a tow rope. So he gets his exercise, and then, you know, she's riding down with us. So it's pretty exciting.
That's amazing. I've heard very good things about Squamish, and so I am excited for you. Speaking of having the opportunity finally to get back on the bike, once the weather becomes more amenable, we need to talk about eyewear. That's where I shine. I've never been on a mountain bike, so I can't really contribute too much to that conversation, but I can talk eyewear all day long. What you've been wearing is the Tifosi Dia, and you have also been wearing the Smith Pinpoint. And when I first heard that, I was kind of racking my brain for ideas of frames that would work well for you. But then after seeing them on you, I realized that they are all much too large. And I think that I would like to see you in something that's more appropriate for your face. You have a narrower face, and so something that doesn't just swallow your entire face. And so I am thinking that, and it's a funny thing, because I have a strong bias for this frame, but it's not for the reason that you would think. It is the SportRx Koda. We have talked about it before on Taco Bout It Tuesday. I have recommended it before for sure. And my bias for it is not because it is a frame that we have taken a lot of time and a lot of trial and error to design ourselves, but also because I'm wearing this frame and I absolutely love it. Ever since getting it, it has become my favorite frame. I'm actually excited to put it on. And so if I think you have even half the amount of excitement with this frame as I have, you are going to be very pleased. And so when it comes to this frame, you do have 2 color options. I am thinking about, which we'll get into the lens combinations in a moment, but I'm thinking brown will be the color. And so you have the option of either going with a tortoise finish or the black finish, both of which are a matte. Do you have a preference?
Probably the tortoise finish.
Heck yeah. It's a really good looking frame. All right. So we're going to go with the tortoise, and we are, I haven't even actually gotten a chance to see your prescription. I know we have it though. Can we pull that prescription up? I heard that it's not terribly strong. That was all I heard. But the thing that I am confident about is even stronger prescriptions actually work great with this frame. I in particular have a fair amount of astigmatism correction. And so, okay, we have just a relatively simple prescription, but definitely something that you want to go with. There are some people whose prescription look at, you could live without correction, but ideally you would. With you, it's much more important. And we do have a balance here. Is there some issue going on with your right eye?
Yeah. My vision isn't that great.
Isn't as ideal. So you're relying heavily, if not entirely.
Is really important to make sure that I'm.
Absolutely. Yes. Anytime I see balance, I definitely think we need to make sure that we're taking care of the eye that we're correcting for. And just to take a quick moment, and again, I tend to nerd out a little bit when it comes to optics and prescriptions and lens selections and everything, just to explain to people what balance means. If you've never heard of this before, balance is essentially saying that the correction in that eye is not going to do very much for the eye. And so you want to balance it with the prescription in the other eye for cosmetic reasons. Because if you had a stronger prescription, like say a +4, your eye is actually a little magnified behind the lens because it's a plus prescription. So it magnifies. And if you had one eye that was really magnified and the other eye didn't have any correction and there was no magnification, it would look cosmetically odd. And so the idea behind a balance is to make it look more or less unidentifiable. And so good prescription to work with. And I'm very excited to get this worked out. But we are looking at single vision, which is excellent. And of course, we're going to go with single vision digital. I also want to get you set up with Trivex. And so there are the most popular lens material is polycarbonate. It's very lightweight, very impact resistant, and it's usually the go-to because it's cheap, because it's so very available. Trivex is an upgraded lens material. You still get that impact resistance. You still get that crazy lightweight character to the lens material, but optically speaking, it's much better. So much notably better. And so I want to get you set up in that Trivex. Once I went to Trivex, I can never go back. It's so much better. And we're going to actually do one of our signature lenses today. We were discussing you needing transitions or having a photochromic lens. And I would like to take a quick moment to talk with you. I've heard, but just so that everyone hears your experience when riding and why you feel like transitions is going to benefit you.
Yeah. So when I'm riding, we're like going in and out of the trees quite a bit. And the lighting changes on the trail, and then like a lot of the times we'll end up riding at night, so then we end up riding with the sunset. So usually I have to carry my other glasses to adjust for that lighting so that I can see. So it'd be good to have something that has more flexibility in terms of the lighting.
That's the thing that I like about transitions and photochromic is that there is definitely a convenience factor. Yeah, you wouldn't have to carry around a second pair, but there also is that performance factor. Like you're saying, you're riding through the trees. There are going to be patches where you go through that's bright and sunny, and you want to have some sort of protection at that time. Or it could be that you're going in mostly shaded areas and you have a lens that what you've been wearing is fairly dark, correct?
Yeah.
All this time. And so the photochromic, the transitions lens is going to be a really good idea, I think. And I want to get you set up with, like I had mentioned earlier, a brown lens. And so we're going to go with a signature lens that we have that's called the day and night contrast. And so what that is it's a lens that goes from a virtually clear state to a dark brown. And the reason for brown is because brown helps with contrast enhancement. It helps to boost color perception by increasing the differences between colors, which has a nice side effect of giving you better depth perception cues, helps you to better read the terrain, the ins and outs of what you're riding on so that you can better understand what's ahead of you. Very important when you're going as fast down the mountain as you are. And I think it looks really cool as well. And so the day and night contrast lens is a transitions lens that goes from virtually clear to a dark brown, and it has our premium anti-reflective coating on it. And it's going to be really excellent, even when you're in really, honestly, anytime, day or night. That's why we call it the day and night lens. The lens goes to what we say is virtually clear. And what I always describe as usably clear. It's something that is totally usable at night, indoors, no worries. It's maybe has a hue of color to it if you really argue and you put it up against a white sheet of paper, which is what I usually have to do when I'm showing people. And that's it. But other than that, totally usable at night. And I think going to be the perfect lens for you.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Excellent. All right. And so we are going to get you set up with that. And I am hoping that, like I said, you're even half as stoked on them as I am on mine, because if you are, you're going to be very pleased, because it's an amazing setup. And compared to what I was seeing that you were wearing before, I think a lot more appropriate for your needs. And so I'm excited.
Me too.
Nice. All right. Before we go, just everyone check out Courtney's Instagram. There are a lot of fun things on there, especially following Allie's her growth with all the different sports. It's very fun watching little kids just tear it up and just see the future that they're gonna be. And I don't know, I'm very excited about that. Obviously, I'm a dad, so that might be more important to me than other people. But yeah, anything else that you want to plug, talk about that you have going on?
Yeah, no, not much right now with COVID and everything. So
yeah, it is that
just
time.
Looking forward to life returning back to normal and getting out there and just enjoying the sport that we love to do.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you again for joining us. For those of you waiting, that promo code is Courtney20. That is COURTNEY20. And that'll save you 20% off of anything and everything that you might be in need of on SportRx. Again, thank you so much, Courtney. It has been a pleasure. Can't wait for you to get those frames and for them to be a performance enhancing tool. That's what I always like to say. Well, thank you again. And for all of your eyewear needs, we are SportRx. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, everyone.